With the formation of the gang known as the Monster with 21 Faces, a narrative of terror beyond conception began to unfold in the annals of Japanese criminal legend. These mysterious masterminds composed a cacophony of criminal expertise and psychological torture that went beyond what was considered to be conventional evil. We shall confront the terrible truth that some crimes exist beyond the reach of normal mortals as we peek into the depths of their horrible deeds and explore the dark motivations that have left their legacy in Japan's eerie past. Our story begins on March 18, 1984, at around 9 p.m., when two masked men with pistols and rifles forced their way into Yoshi Izaki's house and used a cut phone line to render her helpless. They then obtained a key to her son's neighboring home, which was equipped with a sophisticated security system. Her son, Katsuhisa Izaki, is the head of the renowned sweets company Izaki Glico. Having entered the home of Katsuhisa Izaki, the two masked men tied up his wife and his oldest daughter, who was 7 at the time. His wife offered the men cash, to which one of the men responded, "Be quiet. Money is irrelevant." The criminals then found Katsuhisa Izaki, who was bathing with his other 2 kids, Etsuro and Yukik, who were 11 and 4. Katsuhisa Izaki was kidnapped naked from his home and taken to a warehouse in Osaka. Izaki was held captive for 3 days before he was able to flee from his captors. Despite his lucky escape, he was unable to identify the perpetrators or provide the authorities with any information regarding their motives. It is here that the Monster with 21 Faces began taunting the police, sending them a letter stating, "To Japanese police fools, are you stupid? There's so many of you. What on earth are you doing? If you are real pros, try catching me. There's too much handicap, so I will give you a hint. There's no fellows in the Izaki's relatives. There's no fellows in Nishinomiya police. There's no fellows in flood fighting corps. Car I used is grey. Food was bought at Dai. If you want a new info, beg for it in the newspaper. After telling you all this, you should be able to catch me. If you don't, you are tax thieves. Shall I kidnap the head director of the prefectural police?" Several weeks later, the group set fire to some cars at Izaki Glico's headquarters. The taunting didn't stop here. The group sent a letter to the police and media on April 23rd saying, "To police fools, you shouldn't lie. If you lie, you steal." I also sent this to the Koshian police. "Why are you lying? Don't hide things. Why are you complaining? You guys are having such a hard time, so I will give you a hint. I entered the factory from the side staff entrance. The typewriter we used is Panwriter. The plastic container used was a piece of street garbage, Monster with 21 Faces." The group then sent a letter to Izaki Glico, which threatened to place $21 million worth of the company's sweets on store shelves after adding potassium cyanide soda to them. Despite the fact that no poisoned candies were discovered, Izaki Glico goods were pulled off shelves, costing the company an almost $130 million decline in revenue. The harassment of Izaki Glico stopped after the Monster with 21 Faces announced its forgiveness of the company in a statement on June 26th. But this is not where the narrative ends. Using the same persona, the Monster with 21 Faces started committing similar crimes against Morinaga, Marutai Ham, and House Food Corporation, all different food companies. In October of the same year, the group sent a letter to the media claiming that deadly sodium cyanide had been added to 20 packages of Morinaga chocolates. A dozen laced packages of Morinaga Choco Balls and Angel Pie were discovered by the police after they received this letter. Some of the ones discovered had labels like "Danger contains toxins." Fortunately, no one was poisoned. The Monster with 21 Faces then sent a letter to the Vice President of Morinaga Dairy stating, "To President, you saw our power, didn't you? If you disobey us, we will destroy your company. You will get killed. Decide whether you want to give us money or do you want to see your company destroyed. Tell us in the Mainichi newspaper on either the 5th or 6th of November. Use the missing persons. Use these words in the reply: Jiro, Morinaga, mother, police, bad friend, money, meal. As we said before, we want 200 million yen. Monster with 21 Faces." Morinaga obliged, saying, "Dear Jiro, bad friend disappeared. Come back. Warm meal is waiting. Mother Chiyoko," in the newspaper. Unable to capture the suspect believed to be the mastermind behind the Monster with 21 Faces, the police superintendent Yamamoto of Shiga Prefecture committed suicide August 1985. The group taunted his death, sending the following statement to the media: Yamamoto of Shiga Prefecture Police died. How stupid of him. We've got no friends or secret hiding place in Shiga. It's Yoshino or Shikata who should have died. What have they been doing for as long as 1 year and 5 months? Don't let bad guys like us get away with it. There are many more fools who want to copy us. No career Yamamoto died like a man. So we decided to give our condolence. We decided to forget about torturing food-making companies. If anyone blackmails any of the food-making companies, it's not us, but someone copying us. We are bad guys. That means we've got more to do other than bullying companies. It's fun to lead a bad man's life. Monster with 21 faces. With that letter, the monster with 21 faces was never heard from again. That begs the question, who was the monster with 21 faces? There were a few suspects, but the true identity is still unknown. The first was a man who was seen on surveillance tape. A man wearing a Yomiuri Giants baseball cap was observed placing Glico chocolate on a store shelf by a surveillance camera after the monster with 21 faces threatened to poison Glico candies and the mass removal of Glico items from shelves as a result. This person was thought to be responsible for the monster with 21 faces. After this incident, the security camera image was made public, but little emerged from this. The second man was referred to as the Fox-Eyed Man. Police came very near to apprehending the alleged mastermind on June 28, 1984, just 2 days after the monster consented to stop bothering Marudai Ham in exchange for 50 million yen. An investigator posed as a Marudai employee and carried out the money exchange as directed by the monster. He observed a suspicious individual observing him as he rode a train to the location where the money would be dropped off. He was described as a tall, well-built man with short, permed hair who was sporting sunglasses. The phrase, eyes like those of a fox, was also used to describe him. The fox-eyed man was eventually able to avoid the authorities as they followed him from train to train. Investigators later observed the fox-eyed man accompanying the purported monster group during another covert financial transaction with House Food Corporation. He once again got away. Manabu Miyazaki, a reputed Yakuza boss's son and a criminal himself, was the final suspect. Because of his likeness to the fox-eyed man and the videotaped man, he was thought to be both of them. Additionally, a labor conflict involving Glico and Miyazaki occurred roughly 5 years earlier. However, once his alibis were examined, he was found not guilty of the Glico Morinaga crimes, despite the fact that some people continue to believe he may have been a member of the gang. The mystery surrounding the monster with 21 faces is still present today, casting a dark shadow over Japan's criminal past. The names of these bold perpetrators remain a mystery despite the passage of time and thorough inquiries. Their reign of terror and capacity for escape created a lasting impression on the collective memory of a country. More than just a criminal organization, the monster with 21 faces served as a disturbing reminder of society's frailty and the depths to which human malice might descend. Their verbally abusive letters, which contained wordplay and subliminal threats, attracted attention from the public and baffled law police because of their chutzpah and psychological manipulation. The memory of the monster with 21 faces stands as a warning, a reminder that forces hiding in the shadows are capable of executing meticulous acts of terror even in the most developed civilizations. Here's to hoping these monsters never strike again.